has got to be the most impressive AI image editor I've seen yet. It's called MagicQuill, and here's what it does. You simply brush over the area that you want to change, and then with just a simple prompt, the AI will automatically add or remove objects from the image. But there's more than that. You can also change the color of objects in the image by again brushing over it and specifying the color. So this unleashes so many possibilities. You can change the appearance of characters, you can swap their clothes, you can change their hairstyle, you can add objects to any image or remove any object in an image, or you can even swap out entire backgrounds. This tool is super powerful. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to use MagicQuill. Let's jump right in and test this out. So I'll link to this main page in the description below. At the top here, there are several links, and one of them is this Hugging Face space. So you can actually use this online for free. Let's click into it and let's start testing this out right away. So I'm going to click here to upload an image. So I'm going to use this image of a lady in a city. Now at the top here are several brushes you can use. I'm going to go over each of these throughout this video. Let's start with this feather icon with a minus sign. This is used to remove objects in an image. And then over here is the brush size. So if I set this to like 4, for example, you can see the brush is really small. But if I set this to 50, then the brush is a lot bigger. And then let's say I want to remove this black object in the image. Well, all I have to do is paint over this black object and then press run. Perfect, so you can see it has removed the black objects from the image. Now, there are two buttons here. One is the green check mark, one is the X. So if you press the X, that means you don't want to accept this change, and you can brush over this image again. If you press this green check mark, then that means you accept this change, and it's going to move this new image over to the left. So you're going to start working with this new image. Alright, so next, let's say we want to change her outfit into a red bikini. Well, because she's wearing something and we want to get rid of it first, again, we'll need to use this brush icon with a minus sign to remove the existing piece of clothing. So let me adjust the brush size, and I'm going to brush over her jacket. And then let's brush over this side as well. Plus, let's brush over her shirt over here. Alright, now after that is done, we can also specify what we want to change this to. So in our case, at the prompt bar up here, let's type in red bikini, and then let's click run and see what that gives us. Perfect, so there you go. This is a super easy way for you to swap clothes. How insane is that? If you compare this with the original image, she's wearing a jacket. A lot of her skin is covered, so we don't actually know what her arms look like, for example. But it's able to use AI to kind of guess what that would look like and generate her wearing a red bikini. This is such a powerful tool. So let's click this green check mark to accept the change. And then let's move on to this feather icon with a plus sign. You would use this if you want to add an object, alright? This is like overlaying an additional object onto this photo. So, for example, let's say I'm going to just draw over her eyes a bit, and let's say, oopsies, my mouse slipped and I accidentally drew something up here. So this squiggle is the first edge I drew, and let's say, oopsies, my mouse slipped again and I drew another squiggle over here. Now if you want to delete these individually, you can just go here and let's say this is the second one I drew. Let me click this garbage bin icon and it would remove the second squiggle. Or I can just select this garbage can icon at the top here to remove everything. Alright, so next let's decrease the brush a bit and actually let me try to draw some better looking sunglasses. So, okay, I hope this looks good enough. Okay, alright, think this is good enough. And note that at the top, it actually auto-suggested what it should add here. In this case, it's sunglasses. Now, we could manually get rid of this and add in our own prompt, but I actually do want to add sunglasses to her, so let's keep this and then click Run. Nice, so as you can see, now it has added sunglasses to this lady. This is such an easy and powerful image editor. So let's click this check mark again, and then next, let's try adding a hat. So again, I'm just gonna try to draw a hat over here, and let's make it a bit slanted. Alright, and then let me just fill this in. In fact, let me increase the brush size to fill this in faster. Okay, I think that's good enough. And at the top here, you can see it auto-suggested hat, which is indeed what I want to add. So again, let's click run and see what that gives us. Perfect. So here we have a hat. Now, let's say I don't want to add a hat anymore. I can just click this X icon to revert back to this photo. And then let me click this garbage can icon to remove the hat outline that I drew. Next, let me show you something even crazier. You can just do a full background swap with this tool. So, again, because we want to remove this background and not just overlay something on top of this, we'll need to click this brush with a minus sign. So let's click this, and then I'm going to increase the size to the larger size and then brush over all of this. Alright, almost done. And let's keep a part of this street here and see if we can blend it in smoothly with our new background. And then same with this side. I'm going to paint over all the buildings here. Alright, let's just keep this. So I'm intentionally keeping the street in the foreground here to see if we can just blend it in seamlessly with our new background. And then at the top here for the prompt, let's type in seaside and click run. And look at that. How insane is that? I mean, this tool makes Photoshop look like an absolute joke. Anyways, let's click this check mark to accept the change. And here's the final thing I want to show you. You can also change the color of certain objects in the image. So for example, let's select this RGB icon, and then here is where you can select the color. Right now it's white, but let's say we want to turn her hair pink. Well, we simply click on this color and then let's set it to this pink color. Alright, that's good enough. And then we simply brush over the object which we want to change the color of. So let's say I want to change her hair to pink. I'm going to brush over her hair and then also this side. Okay, and then you can see in the prompt bar at the top here, it automatically suggested the prompt for us. So yeah, I would like to change the hair into light pink. In fact, let me just type in pink hair and then press run and see what that gives us. And there you go, it changed her hair to pink. What an insane tool. Now let's try to make the bikini white. So I'm going to select this color to white and then let me paint over the bikini. And one last thing I forgot to show you, which is oopsies, if my mouse slipped again, I can also use this erase icon over here and then let me expand it to remove the area that I accidentally brushed over. Anyways, let's go back to RGB and then continue filling in this bikini. Alright, and then at the top here, you can see it's automatically suggesting what this should be, and it detected white bra. I want a white bikini, so I'm going to type in white bikini and then press run and see what that gives us. Perfect, and you can see it turned the red bikini into white. So let's click the check mark again, and that's pretty much it. I hope you can see how powerful and versatile this tool is. I am just really impressed by this tool. Now I promise I'm going to show you how to install this locally so you could use it offline for unlimited times on your computer. But let me just show you a few more examples. Now to upload a new image, you simply click on this icon over here. So next I'm going to upload this photo of a forest, and then let's add a freaking tiger in this photo. So because we're adding something on top of this, I'm going to click on this brush icon with a plus, and then I'm going to attempt to draw a tiger over here. Oh my gosh, this looks horrible. I'm gonna have to click this eraser icon and adjust the outline a bit to make sure it actually looks like a tiger. Okay, I think this is good enough, and then let me add the tail here. Okay, so it detected cat, but I want to add a tiger, so I'm gonna type in tiger, and then let's click run and see what that gives us. And there we go. Here we have a tiger